Power of choice now. It says, I will fear no evil. I will overcome these problems with God's help. I will get myself out of this hole that I got myself in. I will. It's a power of choice. But one of the biggest adjustments we must make when we're going through this is an attitude adjustment. Amen? We got to get out of ourselves. We got to get out of panic mode. We got to get out of me, myself, and I and make the attitude adjustment. Amen? It says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. It says, for you are with me. That means God is with us every step of the way. He doesn't leave us alone, but we have to rely on God's presence. In verse 4, there's a great change in the language. You notice in verses 1 through 3, David is talking in third person. He's saying that he leads me, he guides me, he restores me. But if we come down to the fourth verse, it goes into second person where he's saying that you are with me, your staff and your rod, they comfort me. Amen? So all of a sudden, the ultimate becomes the intimate. Amen? So when we're going through our dark valleys, we don't want to talk about God, but to God. So now you're taking the religion and you're doing the relationship. Amen? It says, he restores my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. David reminds us that God has a rod and a staff to protect us. Two basic simple tools that shepherds use to protect us. Amen? They train with them to make sure that the sheep are unharmed. So God has promised his protection. In John 10:29, it says, my Father, who has given them to me, is greater than all. No one is able to snatch them out of my Father's hand, not even the devil in hell. Amen? I was thinking about a Bible study that Apostle was doing on the strong man when she was saying that we only deal with the spirit of demons. We don't deal with the actual demon, but just the spirit of. And here we're just dealing with just the shadow. It's only a shadow. And I had to realize that there has to be some kind of light source for this to be a shadow. Amen? And we know that God is our light. Amen? And there's no darkness in the Lord. So we would trust in him because the Lord is our shepherd, that we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green patches. He leads us beside the still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And we shall walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil, for thou art with us, and his rod and his staff, they comfort us. May God have the blessing of his word for the edification of our souls. Amen. In Jesus' name.